All right, everybody. So we're back here in the good old state of Texas, where it is currently 20 degrees outside, ice, snow on the ground. Fun, fun stuff. We're finally going to talk about Echo because it's been out since last Tuesday or Wednesday, and me and my old roommates, we decided we're going to just pick a Saturday, watch all five of them together, experience it together. So that's what we did. So let's jump into it. All right, well, before jumping right into Echo, I'm just going to tell y'all this. I'm obviously not paid to say this because they're not going to partner with a channel so small as me. But Hey Dude makes like the most comfortable beanie. You're probably like sick and tired of him. Why is he still wearing that turquoise beanie? Well, because it's like one of the most comfortable things I've ever put on my head. So I just want to give you all that tip. So, Echo. Let's talk about my past with Echo. I did not know who the character Echo was until she was cast in Hawkeye. And honestly, I didn't look into it. I was like, cool, I'll just be introduced to her in the show. And even in the show, she's cool. I think it's really cool how they actually have an a deaf like amputee person playing the character, and she's great. I mean, she's a great actress, and I thought her arc in Hawkeye was pretty cool. I mean, I didn't like she wasn't one of my favorite characters in the show or anything, but I was like, I didn't hate her. When they announced she was getting her spinoff, though, I was like, what the heck? Why? And then they announced that Vincent D'Onofrio was coming back, and I was like, oh, okay, this could be good. And then the rumor was Charlie Cox was in it as Daredevil. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're getting more Daredevil too. I was like, this could be interesting because I don't really know what the story's gonna be here, but if Daredevil and Kingpin are involved, um, I'm interested. I know that sounds bad. You're like, you're not interested in the female character at all. Like I don't hate her, but I mean, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio are definitely a pull. I don't know if the announcement was with the trailer or like almost right before the trailer when it was like, oh, guess what? It's also rated TVMA. Huh? What? Did I hear that right? I was like, oh, snap. Like, they got Charlie Cox back, they got Vincent D'Onofrio back, and it's rated TVMA. Like, this is going to be interesting. And the trailer came out, my trailer reactions on the channel. I was like, yo, this is interesting. This looks good. It looks intense. I like it. The only other thing leading up to it before I watched it was because I watched it almost a week late. I did see where Disney Plus had canonized the Netflix stuff, so I was like, that made me a little more, that made me more excited too. I'm like, oh snap! I was like, so this show is making the Netflix stuff canon, and it's rated TVMA, and it's being on, it's on Disney Plus, but they're also putting it on Hulu. I'm like, so there must be some pretty gory, violent stuff in here. So now that my 7 minute intro is done, we watched all five of them yesterday. And before like jumping into everything, I'm just gonna tell you what I thought. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I did not hate watching it. I don't think it's extraordinary or anything. I don't. Oh, let me turn that off right quick. I don't personally think it really needed a TVMA rating. Like, there's like some stuff I guess you could argue was like kind of rough. Like, she gets cut once and it shows the open wound. So it's like, yes, it's gross. But it's like, was that one shot really worth? I mean, there's some like headshots. I think that might be a rule. Either when people are getting shot and it's like in the face or something, that it has to be rated TVMA. Like headshots are like different. It's not near like bashing people's skulls in with cars or like the Luke Cage where like the two fists hit and like you see his wrist like come out of his skin. It's nothing like that. I guess I was expecting Netflix level gore, and it was like Disney trying to be edgy without like spoiling anything. There's some like ancestry stuff that's like cosmic though, and I guess you could flag it for nudity, even though there's no like nipples shown though. The TVA, the TVA, the TVA, the T.
Maybe Santa will bring me a dictionary so I can understand what you just said.
the TVMA rating, I kind of feel is a marketing trick. That's my main con. No, it's not my main con. This is my biggest main con right here. Is this is obvious spoilers, sorry. Is that you've brought Kingpin back twice now. And he doesn't seem to be a threat. You know what I mean? Like they build him up to be a threat until like he's got to fight somebody, and then he's not. And I'm tired of it. Like Kate Bishop was fine. You know what? She shocked him. She got away. She didn't like beat him. It's like, okay, that was kind of his introduction to the MCU. But next, he'll fight Daredevil. He'll fight Spider Man. But then when they did it in this, like he doesn't even fight. Like she tries to do some like psychological trick on him, and he runs away. I'm like, I'm tired of this. Like, I want to see Kingpin get his hands dirty, which I think they're leading up to. But like, I told him, uh, I was like, dude, if and this is not, I don't know how to say this without it sounding sexist, but it's not. I obviously do not hate women superheroes, obviously. But it's like if I have to see Kingpin get bullied around by by a girl in her 20s again, like he's supposed to be the Kingpin. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch Daredevil and see how brutal this guy is. Which then again, this is like his niece to him. So I get that he does not want to brutally murder her. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the scenes in the trailer where Kingpin's like beating the crap out of that dude, that's the bloodiest you're gonna see it get when it comes to Kingpin. Like that's it. They put it in the trailer, and that's all you're gonna get. Echo herself is such a boss. I mean, like I said, she's deaf and she doesn't have one of her legs, but that does not stop her whatsoever from absolutely like murdering people. And her scene in that in the warehouse where Daredevil ends up showing up, when she finally like lets loose, decides to like, you know what, all these people are gonna die. So good. And then the train scene where she's on the train, I love that scene. And all the ancestry stuff was really cool up until the end. I was really disappointed in the finale. I can't lie. I enjoyed all 4 episodes quite a bit, and then the finale fell off to me because I didn't. It wasn't just me. I mean, I was asking my roommates too. Like, we don't truly understand. Like, I don't feel like they completely explained the ancestry thing, especially with the powers, because then she just like shoved the other ancestors into like her cousin and her grandma, and then they were all able to just like kick butt. And it's like, what? And like who they're kicking butt of like the henchmen. So like there's really not a final battle. That's what I'm saying. Like Kingpin is set up to be the villain and he doesn't do nothing. There's cool stuff in it for sure. But it just seems like with all the violence in the show throughout, the finale would be like, violent. And it's just the total opposite. But like I said, I did not hate the show at all. I enjoyed all 4 of those episodes a lot. In the intro, oh, mwah. As I say, I tweeted about it. My dude, TV show intros, they're a lost art. I'm tired of these boring title cards. It having an actual intro added so much to me. The whole supporting cast is awesome. Also, the grandma, the ex grandpa, her uncle, both cousins, Bonnie and Biscuits. Biscuits was hilarious. He's a great character. Um, I loved the Oklahoma setting because I mean, like I said, I'm from Texas, so many just like kind of getaways or vacations. We've just gone up to Oklahoma to do something, go kayaking, go camping. Our church's youth camp is up in Oklahoma, and they brought Oklahoma to life. I'm like, I was looking like, did they film some of this in Oklahoma? Like, because this looks so legit, and it kept saying Georgia, so like, I don't know where they filmed it at, but it said that they like reached out to the Choctaw people from Oklahoma, and I don't know if there's more than one Choctaw casino in Oklahoma. I assume there is because on the way to camp, we'd always pass a real big one. And there was like a gas station there. That's where we'd always unload. It's kind of like the halfway point where you get out, go pee, get back in the bus, go. Because when they showed the Choctaw Casino, like it didn't look exactly like the one I was picturing. So I don't know if they've done renovations or I imagine there's just like multiple of them. I imagine it's a chain. But I just like in my mind when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the casino we pass all the time. But then I started thinking like, that's probably a chain, you idiot. If I had to rate the show out of 10 stars, I'd probably put it at a 7. I was also confused at the very beginning because I was like, oh shoot, it's like cohorty stuff because it was like the blue circle and then like them coming out of the water. I was like, what? Is she like related to her somehow through like not throughout the multiverse, but like in this universe, it's cohorty like one of her ancestors, and she wasn't. I thought I was on to something a little bit. It's a Marvel show. It's fun. It's a good time, but just don't expect it to be like the next. I guess the next Daredevil, the next Loki. Oh, also one thing, yeah, the sign language, getting everyone to be able to do sign was so cool. So let me know what you thought about Echo in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe, check out some of the videos. Stay tuned. We're almost done with What If Season 2. We're almost done. So I'll see you next time.